Back to the stream. Okay, so what I want to do today is a MCU ranking. I've seen a lot of these tier lists before, and I've always wanted to try one, but because it seems pretty cool. So this is gonna be my first time doing it. The reason it's MCU is because the new Spider-Man movie came out or is coming out. At least I don't know. I'm in Taiwan, so I don't know if it's out. I don't think it's out yet. But the new Spider-Man movie came out, at least in the US, and I recently saw Ant-Man, and I've also been thinking about doing my own a video on my YouTube about my rankings and my opinions and reviews of the MCU movies because I really like these a lot, at least before. I keep grabbing my chin, I don't know why. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so obviously we got S, A, B, C, and D tier. S for like super awesome, finito, fine, amazing. A is for a good time. B is for, I don't know, could have been better, been better, been better. C is for kind of crap, kind of with a C. And D is for dog water or dog shit. So it was cool. I'm actually pretty excited for this because I've never tried this before. All right, so Ant-Man and the Wasp. All right, Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's not S. It's not A. I don't think it's dog shit. It's either B or C. Could have been better. I don't even remember really what happened in that movie. I remember the girl that was like could phase through things and whatnot. I think she was an antagonist and also the other guy. It was kind of funny, I think. I want to rewatch it again. The way I think about it is like S, you want to buy. A, you would rewatch. B is if it came on Disney Plus, I check it out. C is it would have to be someone else's like opinion. And D is no one talks about it. I'm gonna say this is C. I'm gonna say this is C. Because it wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion. At least the first one had the whole Cassie and not Paul Rudd, but like Scott's story, so that one's better. Oh yeah, so speaking of which, okay, so B. It wasn't an A tier, definitely not. But you know, it's okay. It's not a bad movie. You know, I like his origin story. That was pretty cool. The powers, the creativity, that was really cool seeing that. The training scenes, I always like Marvel training scenes. They're pretty good, especially when they're tailored for the specific hero. It's pretty dope. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a B. There's nothing higher than B. Avengers: Age of Ultron. This one could have been better. This one could have been better. It's not dog shit. It's not C. It's not crap. Could have been better. I'm between C. It's not S. Definitely not S. B and A. Hot take, I'm gonna say A. Only cause you get okay, what'd you get? You get Vision in Avengers Age of Ultron. You get Vision, you get Ultron, and when he's not being cringe, he's pretty cool. A cool character, cool voice. You get the Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. Someone actually dies. And what else? Some cool fight scenes. Man, it's the Hulkbuster armor. That was pretty cool. So I'm gonna say A. It definitely could have been S if they had just done it right, bro. Also, it's called Age of Ultron. Ultron was only in the movie for like 3 days max. This Endgame or is this Infinity War? All right, this is S. This is S tier. Like, it's not even a question. It's S tier. It is awesome. So many great moments when Thor brings his hammer. Captain America pulling up to help out Scarlet Witch and the Vision. Oh, that was so raw. It's just so good. Spider-Man. It's good. It's S tier. It's S tier. And then they lose and they die. That's S tier material right there. Captain Marvel. I'm in between C and D. I don't think it was complete dog shit. I don't think it was very good. Forget about politics. I just don't think Brie Larson was a very good Captain Marvel. I don't think her story was that good. She wasn't very charismatic, and I don't blame Brie Larson because she is a good actress. I mean, say what you will about her personality, whether you like it or not. She is a good actress. That's for sure. That's just a fact. She's a good actress. Maybe it was the writing, or maybe she just wasn't feeling. I don't know, but it's C. It's not dog shit, but it's crap. Winter Soldier, that's S. That's S. And anyone can fight me. That shit is an S tier. That was fire. You got Bucky, the fight scenes, Sam, Cap is raw as hell, as a badass as a soldier. I was looking at him throughout the whole movie, and I was like, man, people were debating about whether or not he could beat Batman's ass. He could beat Batman's ass. I saw that movie, I was like, he could definitely beat Batman's ass. Got me fucked up if you think he can't beat Batman's ass. But yeah, it was just raw. It was a good movie. The whole friendship between Bucky and Captain America, Sam, and Scarlet Witch. The Black Widow was really good. Yeah, all that. Captain America, the first Avenger. Honestly, Captain America is my favorite superhero, so at least in this MCU thing, I'm gonna say A. It's better than B. I think it's better than B. It's a better origin story than Ant-Man. I think it has a better villain for sure. And it's just a good story about like a guy who's good, who's given the opportunity to help his country, help just be a good guy in general. Like, it's just hard not to like Captain America, and then seeing him, develop and get more confident, and then not even realizing that he became attractive, and I mean, he's built like a tank and stuff like that. Yeah. Civil War. Another hot take. I'm gonna say this is S. Where's A? No, it's S. I'm gonna say it's S. No, there might be a hot take, but this is my opinion. Civil War is also like Avengers: Age of Ultron in the sense that it could have been a lot better than it was, but it was still a really enjoyable experience. You got Black Panther. He was amazing in that movie. He was perfect. I think he was better in that than his own movie. You got Spider-Man, a great introduction. They showed him a little bit, just teased you a little bit, tickled your pickle a little, and then, got about the story. And you got like the final scene between Bucky, Steve, and Iron Man, and that was raw as hell a scene. You got the whole like development of the world by showing you the raft, the prison systems and everything like that. It's a really good movie. And then you got the fight scenes at the airport, which honestly I rewatched Civil War a lot of times. When the need arises, I'll watch it. Like, if I feel the need to watch it, I'll watch it. You got Ant-Man in there, he pulls up, good shit. Like, a lot of really cool things happen. Some stupid stuff happens in the film, obviously with the story. I won't deny that, but I think it's still S tier just because of what it brought to the table, how fun it was. Not the best story, but definitely not the worst. Like above average story. And it's just like both sides, two sides of a coin. The dialogue, the script writing is a little better. I think the jokes land better here than most of the other movies for sure. Yeah, overall I'm gonna say S. Y'all can bite me. Doctor Strange, B or A? I'm gonna say A. Again, it was like a pretty generic Marvel movie. Good guy, he's kind of an asshole. Just gets into like it's basically Iron Man. Iron Man with magic. Gets into a position where he's damaging his body, so he has to revert to his own knowledge and research and stuff to find a cure. Blah blah blah. Anyways, A tier, good. Could have been better for sure, but I'll rewatch Doctor Strange while I'll rewatch Ant-Man. Actually, wait, is it B? It's not B. I'm saying it's A, solely for the fact that I like the way they resolved the conflict at the end. Where, I mean, what was his name? Not Dormammu, the other guy. I don't remember his name, but maybe it's B actually. I don't know actually. Put it back here. I'm not done. Let me think about it. All right, Endgame, S tier. Great movie, great finale. Put them next to each other. Right here. Come on. Let me do it. Here we go. Yeah, S tier. What can I say? It's like part 1 of a book, part 2 of a book. Great ending, great start, great ending. Maybe the ending isn't as great as Infinity War, but it was still a great conclusion to the saga of MCU. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, S tier. Great scores. They made the Guardians a household name. A lot of stardom. Groot was awesome. Probably, I honestly like Groot best in this movie. Then you got Rocket, dickhead, but smart dickhead. You see, honestly, this is the best movie to show each of their gifts and talents. I don't think they've done a good job with that from this movie until like the third one. But we'll get to that one. Anyways, next one. So this is S tier. This is a funny, good, just great, creative, wacky, quirky movie. What's this? Volume 2? I'm gonna say this is A. I don't think this is as good as the first one. But I think actually maybe it's nah, it's not S tier. Yondu dies. Okay, hot take. I didn't give a crap about Yondu. I don't give a shit. But it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I'll rewatch this. It was fun. I didn't really get the whole Rocket storyline where he's like becoming an asshole abruptly. I'm like, yeah, he's been an asshole, but I don't really feel like they actually properly explain why he's being an asshole. I just think he's just being an asshole for most of the movie. And I'm like, okay, I guess you're doing that now. I don't think his dad was that great of a villain. Thought he was okay. The fight scenes, like the planet fight scenes, are like, they're okay. But it's still a really good fun, really good time. You got Mantis pulls up, Nebula comes back, like that whole Nebula Gamora dynamic. That was really good. All right, so next one, Hulk. All right, dog shit. Hulk is dog shit. I know Spider-Man was next, but I just gotta put it out there. Hulk was dog shit. I'm not watching that. Homecoming is an A tier. It's not S, but it's good. It's definitely a good movie. You know, when it's because he gets like a more challenging villain this time. Some dude who's actually killing people, like actually wants to kill him too. Not exactly an evil guy, but just kind of a dickhead, crazy scientist. And you know, the whole plot about him feeling the pressure because of Iron Man's death and having to deal with that and not knowing where his position is and all that. It was dope. I think that was great. It was great. It was a great movie. Good movie. I like the dialogue between him happy about him never being Iron Man. That was a great scene. Great scene. Yeah. Iron Man. Is this the first one? That's Iron Man 2. This is dog shit. Yeah, it's dog shit. At least with C, like, I'll maybe have it in the background. This one, like, two good things about this. When he transforms in the racetrack, and Rhodey. That's it. Yeah, that's not that good. I can't keep dilly-dallying. Ah! You know what? This is my list. Man, I don't give a fuck. This is my list. A. I'm gonna say A. Yeah. Oh no, but this is not the same level as these movies though. Nah, B. Yeah, it's B. Okay, I'm starting to see where my thing was. I think Captain America is a better movie than Doctor Strange. I think it's a better story. Because at least with this one, it just feels like Iron Man with magic. And I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's a great actor. I love almost everything he's in. Honestly, basically anything he's in, I like it. But I digress. Anyways, Iron Man 3. A tier. For sure. No question. Really good. Almost S, but it's A tier. It's just a really fun movie. I know people were complaining about the villain change and everything with the Mandarin and stuff like that. I can't really speak to that. I'm not much of a comic reader. I just grew up watching the shows and playing like some games, reading some like, I don't know, reading about it online, like the comic stories, not actually reading the comics. But yeah, I'll just say that Iron Man 3, Robert Downey Jr., great acting. I like his interaction with the kid. I like the implementation of the armor. I think this was the last movie actually where you see him still using non-CGI, like obviously it's some CGI, but like they actually had the suit for him. And all the other, after that, all the other ones are just CGI, unless that's Civil War. No, I think it was Civil War actually. This is after Civil War? Before? I don't remember. I digress. Again, let me just link these. Anyways, next one. Iron Man. S tier, it's like how good of a movie it is, but also the impact of that movie, that one's tough. This one's tough. I'm gonna say S. I feel like, yeah, it's gotta be S. Just it's like probably the only origin movie outside of Guardians that's gonna be an S tier. But this is the thing that started it all, you know. And the fact that a lot of the lines are improvised, Robert Downey Jr.'s comeback, the start of the MCU, and this one we did a really good job. It's a really great origin story. It's a lot of fun. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I think this is A. I'm thinking. I think this is A. I'm gonna say A. This is good. I don't think it's S tier. There's a lot of dumb. There's so many stupid things in that movie that I didn't like. Like, for instance, the fact that the Atlanteans don't want to be discovered, and yet if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure they gave the Wakandans a sort of time frame. Give us, I already forgot her name. Ironheart. I don't remember her name. Give us the girl that built the machine by a certain time, or help us out, or else we're gonna be villains. And as they're picking her up, somehow the Atlanteans know exactly where they are, and they go, like, it's just stupid to me. Their whole idea, the whole point of them was that they did not want to be discovered. So they go in public, in like a freeway or a bridge no less, to fight with Wakandans to take the girl. And then cops pull up and they go kill the cops. I'm like, this is the stupidest plan ever. Like, your whole point was to not be seen, caught. You're out here showing yourself in public. I also don't like was that they never really explained the Atlanteans' powers that well. Like when, oh man, I'm forgetting her name. But the badass one from the Dora Milaje. The main girl, man, I'm forgetting her name. She was in The Walking Dead. But her, when she's, I'm really forgetting her name. When she's fighting the Atlantean, and she lands like killing blows and they survive, I'm like, whoa, yeah, these guys are strong. You know, it's a good way to show the audience that, you know, they're strong. This is a different type of character, a different type of like villain. But at the same time, later on, when they're having that huge battle, I might be remembering it wrong, but I feel like so many Atlanteans were dying in battle or falling, and I was like, dude, how didn't we just discuss that they're not like, they can't die that easily, like they're built different, so what's going on? And then I don't understand how man, I'm forgetting her name, but like T'Challa's previous love interest, how she was able to injure one of the Atlanteans with that sonic blasting. I don't feel like they explained that correctly. I just feel like the Atlanteans were made to be really strong as hell, and then they turned out to be like, when the story suited it looked like they were weak. Like when they destroyed Wakanda, I love that. I thought that was great because it shows that this is a new enemy, you know, for Wakanda, that is different, that can match their sort of firepower. And then the queen died and everything. I thought it was great. Like, and the way they handled T'Challa's, like Chadwick Boseman's actual death in the story and everything, I think they do that a really good job with that. Like the emotional elements of the movie, I think when it gets deep, it's good, and I like that. I don't like when an MCU movie, something's, you know, if something's gonna be deep and emotional and sad, I want that to marinate. You know, I want it to last. But yeah, whatever. What's this? Homecoming, right? Alright, this is A. Spider-Man's first movie in the MCU. Good movie. Good ass villain. Good ass acting from the villain. And a simple story. Simple, good, fun story. Great moments. Perfect. Yeah, it's not a perfect movie. Not S tier, but it's A. Maybe it's S tier. Nah, it's A. It's A. Thor. C. Thor is C. It's not dog shit. It has like one or two good moments that I like in it. But it's kind of crap. It's just boring. These guys right here, I don't think these homies. Oh no. But like his homie, his squad from. All right, wait. Actually, we're gonna do Thor already. Crap, dog shit. Don't need to explain why. This one's A. It's not S. It's not B. Honestly, I don't like Ragnarok as much as other people do. I don't see, like, it's different and that makes it good different, but I don't see I don't see it being like as great as some people make it out to be. I just think it's really good, but not great. I think it's really heavy-handed with the jokes, but I like story. I like Loki and Thor's interaction. I thought that was really good. Hulk's involvement was not as much as I would have liked it to be. I honestly really didn't like that they made Hulk a kind of like a man child, like a baby. I thought that was stupid, and it really pisses me off. That's why I don't give it S. But I gotta recognize it's a good movie. But it pisses me off that the MCU has not made a good interpretation of the Hulk. Like the best one, the closest thing was the first movie, Avengers. The first Avengers. That was the closest thing we had. Because you get the Bruce Banner, he's afraid of the Hulk. He's going through that. And then he like that subtle implication that he tried to commit suicide because he couldn't handle the monster, but he tried to do good. That was good Hulk. So I was excited when this movie was going to come out because they showed that Hulk was talking. And I remember in the trailer that one thing that excited me was the fact that he says something like, "I'm like a raging fire and you're like a sword." So I was like, okay, he talks. I don't mind that. I actually encourage that because I think the best, like, outside of the comics version of the Hulk I've seen is Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes. That cartoon show was phenomenal. I love that show. That was a great ass show. I rewatch it like every few years because it's such a good show, and it did the Avengers characters so well. And I'm just so pissed that Marvel can't make a good Hulk. God, I hate that he's a man-child in this. Honestly, I hate Hulk in like every movie except the first one. I don't hate him, but just so much wasted potential. It pisses me off. I don't care about the politics. I don't care about the universal crap. Avengers S. Wait. Oh yeah, I was about to say, the Avengers over here. No. Avengers S. It was the first one. Had a lot of problems. Definitely has a lot of problems. I think it has more problems than the rest of them. It doesn't look as good as the rest of them. But man, the start of the journey. Yeah, and then the interactions. Honestly, my favorite scenes aren't even when they're fighting, even though those are pretty raw. It's just when they're talking, bro. When they have a group scene together, I love that. It's my favorite thing. It's really good. Alright, these are shows. I'm gonna skip these for now. Shang-Chi. No, it's not dog shit. They're just... I don't know if I'll... I gotta think about this. A? I don't want to be giving everyone an A, though. I do think... Yeah, I'm gonna say A. Okay, this is my thinking. Shang-Chi, his character, I like. I like his character. That his dad's a crime boss, wants to take over, all this and that. It's got some problems. Let me start with what I like. I like Shang-Chi. I like his sister. I like the dad. I think the dad's a great villain. I like the action. I think the action's really well done. I like the way they use the rings in the action sequences. I think it's raw as hell. And I like that his relationship with honestly I don't remember any of their names, but his relationship with Aquafina, I like that it was platonic. I like that. I don't want everything to be a love interest. Like, sometimes a homie's just a homie. And I think he does a really good job interpreting, like, he's a good Shang-Chi. Now, what I don't like, there's always things I don't like about these movies. I don't like that there's another, like, secret organization that's existed for a long ass time that apparently no one knows about. You got Hydra, AIM, now you got the 10 rings. It's just too much. There's no way. Like, you can't keep adding things to this MCU world and be like, yeah, they've been here this whole time. Like, no, bro. They just why they gotta do that, bro? Why they gotta do that? It's no, like, oh yeah, the 10 rings are so, like, they've been throughout history, making changes and stuff. I don't give a crap. Like, no, it's just cringe. I don't like the weapons the Ten Rings have. Like, these motherfuckers, like, I swear to God, all these MCU villains really be against guns, bro. When guns would solve, like, end most of their fights quickly. Thought that was cringe. Yeah, I thought those things were cringe. The village, I didn't think it was cringe. The village in that magical world, in that Pocket universe or whatever, I didn't think that was cringe. I just didn't think it made a lot of sense. Like, they're tasked with guarding that, like, kaiju monster from coming out. Like, this little ass village taken out by these, like, soldiers, and you've been training for this, and it looks pretty, like a pretty even fight. So, like, you guys are trash. Didn't like that. Like the dragons, though. Didn't like that it was like a huge kaiju monster. I would have preferred it if, like, the final battle was between him and his dad, and maybe you could add the monster, like, on the side as a part of it. But I really just wanted it to be him and his dad. I was there for the story between him and his dad. That's what hyped me up. But it was still a pretty good time. I still liked it. I think the comedy's more tolerable here. MCU comedies just be cringy sometimes. Jones is a B. Good. Yeah, okay, I was worried I was gonna get A's. That Jones is a B. I don't think it's crap. It's not S for sure. It's not dog water, I don't think. It's not A. I think it could have been A. It could have been S if they handled it right, but so many characters, just not enough time to care. A lot of, like, interesting stories. Like, man, again, I'm afraid. One of the young one who wants to be an adult, that's an interesting story that they could have pursued and developed, but man, they just didn't do it. And I don't blame them. Or the main dude that everyone was simping for, the one everyone was simping for. Not the guy that flies, but the guy that controls the Scottish or Irish. I don't remember what he is, but the one that has the relationship with the Eternal that's deaf and she runs. That guy, his, you know, the kind of, how do I say, dichotomy, the contradiction between him wanting to bring peace and make sure people don't hurt each other through his power, which is controlling them, like bringing peace through control, which I thought was, like, really interesting. That also, like, another good thing that could have developed. There's just so much characters in here, and honestly, something that bothers me is that they were, like, talking about the Avengers and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, the Avengers could beat all your asses. I didn't really see them as that useful, but whatever. I don't know, because they kept, I don't know, I feel like it was implied that they could take on the Avengers, that they were, like, the Earth's guardians. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of stupid. And then the whole thing with the freaking, I forget what the celestial being, that was kind of cool, but you know, I feel like they didn't explore that enough. Although at the end when he comes out, he's like, come here. That was pretty raw. I'll get that. Yeah, could have been good, could have been great, but it wasn't. Is this No Way Home? No Way Home? S without question. In my opinion, this is the best movie Marvel's put out since the end of Phase 3. Was this Phase 3? This was Phase 3, right? Yeah, this is Phase 3. Or maybe this was Phase 3. I don't know. But ever since, like, Endgame, nothing's been as great, as S-tier caliber as this. I mean, one exception, but we'll get to that one. But anyways, this one is just so good. It's so good. And I want to hear none of this bullshit about, there's other Spider-Man. That's why you like it. Cringe. Shut the hell up. This one had a great ass story. This was Tom Holland's Spider-Man story. He did a good ass job with his acting. He does his best acting here. Good ass story. I don't even remember the Spider-Man when I'm, like, thinking back on this movie. All I remember is the dope ass villains. I remember Goblin, the fight scene. Spoilers, him losing Aunt May. The talks with the Spider, like, obviously, yeah, the fights with the Spider-Man too, but the fights with Doc Ock, he was just so good. The fight with Doctor Strange, him accepting that great power comes great responsibility, man. And then him making the most Spider-Man shit ever, just making the sacrifice and carrying the burden because he knows he can't, and it is his responsibility since he has that power. That's the most Spider-Man shit ever, bro. I love it. And it's great because it didn't even involve, I like it because it didn't even involve death. He made a different type of sacrifice. And at the end, the implication, it goes back to like the Spider-Man we all know and love that's living in a shitty apartment, the hand-stitched suit, no help, no Avengers, nothing, just like a friendly neighborhood Spider. Dope. Just dope. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful story. Okay, where was I? Alright, let's do MCU. Multiverse of Madness. It's not A. I'm gonna say B. Yeah, this could have been better. I think if they did Scarlet Witch better, it would have been higher. I don't think it's A. Yeah, but then Shang-Chi's A. I don't know if Sean wants Shang-Chi there. Hey, I don't know. Shang-Chi A. It's better than these, I think. Yeah. Is it B? Yeah, I'm gonna say B. I think it could have been better. I thought there was gonna be a lot of multiverse hopping, but I only remember this dude being like maybe 2 universes. There was a lot of fan service with the X-Men, and then yeah, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic and all that, which was cool, but that's fan service, you know. I'm trying to, story-wise, I don't know why the hell they didn't make freaking who they I forget his name already, but Mordor. I don't remember, but I don't know why they make the guy from the end of the first movie, like the wizard that turns bad. He just pulls up in this movie. He's like, "Hey, remember when I tried to kill your ass? Yeah, that would have been a good movie, huh, bro? What the fuck? Like, I wanted to see that movie. I don't even remember who the bad. Oh, Scarlet Witch. Yeah, Scarlet Witch. I thought she was cringe. Too many loopholes in her like thinking. What? Steal your kids from another Scarlet Witch? How the hell? What the fuck? What? That's stupid. Why don't you just go to a universe where they don't have a mom? Like, steal them then. They don't talk about Vision, which again, I don't think makes any sense. And they made her like a really big villain. I feel like that could have worked if they sort of built towards it in the show, but they don't really do that. It's just she goes off and does her own thing. I don't know. She's, when you start this movie, I like that she kills people. I will say that. I like that hella people are dying. But I don't know, man. It just seems kind of that Doctor Strange seemed kind of nerfed. He did some badass stuff, but overall, I was like, it was a thing crap. America Chavez, cool power, but I don't know. I don't think she was that great. Like, I don't think she wasn't bad, but I thought she could have done more of the story other than just being like a sacrifice, whatever. Thor: Love and Thunder, B. It makes me so sad to say it too, but it's B. This one had way too many jokes, bro. It's not crap. Christian Bale's Gore, the God Witcher, he saves it, bro. But this had too many jokes. It was cringe. I can't handle the cringe. It was so cringy sometimes. It was annoying the crap out of me. I couldn't handle it. Too cringy. Thor was just stupid. I hate what they did with Thor. Infinity War Thor, peak Thor. But Thor was just so stupid, ridiculous, childish. I thought the scene where he gives the kids powers was funny, but when I think back on it, I'm like, wait, what the hell? You give powers to people this whole time? Man, but you know how many battles you could have won? They should at least, you know, kind of explained how that was that because of the lightning bolt. Zeus gets taken out like a little. Hate that. I hate the gods. All the gods are useless, cowards, and only he's the. It's just so stupid. Jane was okay. I don't think Jane was that bad. Could be a little cringy sometimes with the dialogue, because I was like, dude, aren't you like a very brilliant scientist? I feel like you should be. I don't know. Yeah, it was just the cringe, the jokes. It was just too much. It wasn't funny. I don't think it was funny. Okay. Is that the MC? Oh, Black Panther. Or is this Wakanda Forever? What was the other one then? Oh, that was the original. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm between A and B. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This might be a hot take, but I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say B. Hot take, I don't think Black Panther should have been nominated for Best Film. For the Oscar for Best Film. I really don't think it was. I mean, for an Oscar, I was like, I don't really think you deserve an Oscar for Best Film. I mean, it's costume design, yeah, like for sure, I see that. I think it was nominated for a few other things, but I don't remember costume design. Costume design, I was like, yeah, that's fair. You know, there was some pretty brilliant costumes in there. And, you know, to create a culture for a film, that's not easy. So they deserve a lot of credit for that. Why is it a B? T'Challa is just, he's not that, he doesn't shine in his movie. It's his movie, which is kind of disappointing, but he doesn't shine. He's better in Civil War. He's a better T'Challa in Civil War. I don't really understand what's his story here. Killmonger, I thought was a good villain, but he shouldn't have been, if that makes sense. Like, this is something that's always bothered me, and people always try to justify things in movies, and I'm like, bro, why can't you just let me hate it and hate it for the sake of hating it? Like, let me be me. One thing that bothered me, that like still kind of annoys the crap out of me, is that Killmonger won that fight. And yeah, okay, people say T'Challa didn't want to fight him, he felt like conflicted. I don't care, bro. And people saying, oh yeah, he's been training about this his whole life. Bro, he was a soldier, like a marine or a navy seal. I don't remember he was a soldier. This motherfucker was not fighting people hand-to-hand combat with freaking swords and shit like that. He was using guns. That's how he got all those little things. You literally see him kill people with guns in the movie prior to that. I'm like, don't act like this dude was hand-to-hand, fighting hand-to-hand training in this type of combat with weapons like this. He was not, like, I don't care what you think. Yeah, he was training, but it's not like he was training at the same caliber as T'Challa's training, you know? Plus, T'Challa's from the most advanced nation in the world. And isn't Killmonger supposed to be some kid from, what was it, San Francisco or the Bay Area? I don't remember where, but was it, what's that university? Was it Berkeley? I don't remember where, but the point was, it's somebody like that kid who trains his whole life, which is the same thing T'Challa does, because, you know, he's a royalty kid, so he's probably trained from when he was a kid. Tell me he could match T'Challa's training. I was like, get that shit out of here. Even if T'Challa's conflicted, I should have beat his ass easily. I don't buy that he won. There was that. T'Challa's not a big presence in his own movie, which I don't like. The dialogue was sometimes cringe for me, which I also didn't like. I think Killmonger has some really good lines and then some really cringy ones, and I'm just like, dude, who wrote this? This is cringe. The final fight scene between him, it's just a big CGI fight in a very darkly lit crap. Also, the thing that kind of like irked me was the fact that the clans are fighting each other. I'm like, bro, he's not dead. Like, at least when Black Panther comes back, I'm like, bro, he's not dead. You know? So, I don't know, man. It's just like, really? You just gonna listen to this dude and just obey everything? I just thought it was stupid, but whatever. Whatever, I digress. Oh yeah, so there was that. I don't think T'Challa was that good. Killmonger was a good villain. His last line is fire. I'll admit that. His last line, the last thing he says, fire. The ancestors that jumped from ship, oof. Whoever wrote that, I hope you got topped off that night, bro. Or man. Quantumania. That one's tough. Let me come back to that. This is S tier. I'm literally right now. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. These two, since Endgame, S tier right here. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, it's a great ending to the Guardians of the Galaxy story. It's a great ending. It's one of the better trilogies in Marvel. Best trilogies are Captain America, not in any order. Captain America, Spider-Man, Guardians. Yeah, those are the best ones. Spider-Man, Captain America, Guardians. Those are the best trilogies they have in the MCU. A great story. I saw it the other day at theaters. I didn't want to watch it in theaters, but my girlfriend's like, "Nah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it," because she saw it the previous night with her friends. Um, she's like, "You gotta watch it. It's worth it." I was like, "Nah, lately." I told her lately everything Marvel's put out, it's not. Let me go to the theaters to watch it. I'll wait for Disney Plus when it's free to watch it. And if I see spoilers while I wait, it's no big deal. I don't care. Yeah, that's how I feel about the MCU right now. But she's like, "No, it's really good. You gotta watch it." And she's like, "I'll pay." And I was like, "Shit, girl, well, if you're paying." And we went, and I watched it, and I have to admit, yeah, I think it does live up to the hype. I think it's very good, a great ending. I like every character gets their time to shine. Rocket is definitely the emotional center of the movie. His story and everything, really well done. I can't deny that. More emotional this movie. Peter actually feels useful in this movie. He does stuff. I'm like, yo, you're useful, bro. Like, I can see you being the leader of this group. Like, I see it. I understand. Yeah. Nebula was pretty good too. I like Nebula, surprisingly. She did really good. Yeah, great. Wacky, good, fun, great ending. Good music. It's a good proper ending for them. Quantumania. Let me go back to this. So, this is not A. This is BC. B or C. C is crap. But this was better than this one. It's better than the last Ant-Man. Okay, I'm gonna say B. Again, a lot of potential. Okay, so this is gonna be spoiler talk. So if you haven't watched it, you've been warned. But in the trailer, they heavily imply that Scott's gonna die, or there's gonna be some big sacrifice that needs to happen in order for him to defeat, Kang. Now, I don't like the fact that they beat Kang in the movie, and they do. They actually beat him. That he gets destroyed. I don't like that, because he's supposed to be our next big bad, and if you got a motherfucker like Ant-Man beating your ass, kind of makes you look whack, bro. I think it would have been a better story and a better movie. First of all, Jonathan Majors does a great job as Kang. I think he does a really good job. I think it would have been a better story if Scott was stuck in there with him. I think that would have been a better story. But the fact that he gets saved from that, I don't know, kind of killed it for me. I don't know why they changed Cassie and then just stick with the girl from Endgame. Seems kind of messed up they did that, but yeah, I don't. Apparently I think the new girl's some popular actress, or I don't know. I've never seen her anything. There's a lot of cringy moments though, and then the whole MODOK thing. Anything with MODOK was kind of cringy. I'm not even gonna lie. So I was like, And to be honest, I had to skip through some of it because it was too damn long. I was like, bro, this movie's too long. Come on, let's get to go. Didn't like that. And yeah, Kang's good. Kang's good. I don't think he's amazing. People are making it seem like, oh my god, he's so great. I don't think Jonathan Majors has really had time to flex. I don't think this was the movie where it happened. I think Loki was better to show. Speaking of which, alright, we'll do MCU shows and then we'll do everything MCU-ish and then we'll do everything else. Alright, so WandaVision. WandaVision's A. WandaVision could have been S. It's just that the second to last episode is a fire episode. When you're going through, it's just such a good story about trauma, how you deal with that trauma, while implementing, the science fiction aspect of including Wanda's powers and everything, how you deal with trauma, how that affects her, going back in her memories and reliving that, making it like giving her the title of the Scarlet Witch and having it be sort of a part of some legend and things like that with magic, having her powers be actually chaos magic and not derived from I thought they incorporated that really, really well done. And then the beginning episodes where every episode was a different era of TV, really well done. I don't like the last episode. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. The second last one, with the dialogue and the speech that Vision gives her about grief, oh, so good. If they ended it right there, I would have been happy. That's why it's not S. It's A though. Except for the last episode, everything else I thought was really good. And then they got, it's good. It's good. Vision was really good. I liked their interactions. The fan service was decent. Kind of cringe, disappointing, but decent. Oh, I forgot Black Widow. B. Black Widow's a B. A B tier. B tier. Yeah, this movie was not. It was just sad. She deserved a good movie, but no, it wasn't that good. She was okay, but the story, and again, like another freaking organization of bad guys. It's been around forever, and all this, it's cringe. Not cringe, but it just wasn't that good. Her and her relationship with her sister, I forget her sister, but Florence Pugh, that was really good. I like the family aspect. The action, it's just the action was OD for me. Like, bro, she's a regular human being. She is not a super soldier. She cannot, nobody can be surviving all this shit. She is like, it's just whatever. And the way she defeats the villain, I don't know what his name is, but the guy that enslaves all the women, how she like smacks her head. I was like, that's kind of convenient, easy, but whatever. It was just, could be better. I wouldn't actively try to rewatch this, but I would have this in the background while cleaning up. Okay, back to the shows. Whew. Okay, let me just double check. Yeah, no more movies. Alright, cool. Back to the shows. This is... I'm so sad. This is crap. I think this show's kind of crap. I just don't like the direction it went, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember her name, but the red-haired girl, her ass is a terrorist, bro. And Sam acting at the end, acting like she ain't a terrorist. Like, you gotta stop calling her that. I was like, bro, she's a terrorist. You just saw her kill people to make a political statement. That's literally a terrorist, a domestic terrorist. Or actually, I don't know where she was from there, but anyways, yeah, I was like, that's stupid. Bucky is kind of nerfed, kind of whack. Zemo was good. Ironically, he's like one of the better villains from like this area. Zemo was really good. I liked his story. I liked his philosophy. I like that he put some respect on Cap's name. I appreciate all that. But yeah, I think Sam, I don't know, the giving up the shield thing probably would have been a good story. His thing with his family, I didn't find it that interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Sam's the most appealing of the Avengers in terms of story wise, like his character. And I know they were trying to build on that and stuff, but it didn't work for me. And then that whole story about people who were blipped coming back and the politics of it. I'm always a little concerned when films, especially Marvel, brings up some political statement into their films. And I'm not trying to talk about none of this snowflake or cringe and then the conservative, all this crap. No. I'm just saying, if you're gonna delve into that side of a story, you gotta expand on it, you know? You can't just be like, don't call her a terrorist, and politicians, you need to do better. It's like, nah, bro. I was like, Sam, you lost all respect for me on that one, bro, because she, first of all, she's literally a terrorist. Like, her whole spiel, or whatever she was fighting for, went down the drain when she started killing motherfuckers. That's it. And secondly, it's like, excuse me, again, he brings up, like, I'm a black man wearing the Captain America suit. I was like, that is not a good argument, bro. That's nothing to do with this. This is about, like, geopolitical politics, international politics, you know, about migrations and stuff like that, and refugees. And I was like, not to disrespect your story, bro, but I don't think you being a black man wearing the Captain America suit has anything to do with this worldwide geopolitical issue. So I was like, what the? So, because the guy, I forgot what the guy says. The guy says, like, you don't understand how complex the situation is. It's like, I don't understand. I'm a black man with a Captain America suit. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, that just shows me you don't understand. You don't even understand what he said. Whatever, this is funny. Loki. It's not S. It could be A. I'm between A and B. I'm gonna say A. I think the whole aspect about the man. Oh, dude, I'm so bad with the names. The Timekeepers Association. I forget the name, but the time. I'm gonna say Timekeepers. The Timekeepers. That was cool. Again, one thing that really pisses me off about the MCU, I feel like when it comes to space, if you're talking about all throughout time, there's too many damn humans, bro. Humans are not that special. You got aliens out there. Humans are not the center of the MCU, bro. They should not be. I need to see more alien creatures involved with that. But that story was cool. Loki's sort of journey and character journey, I thought that was good. A little fast, but good. I like the dialogue here sometimes. It's really good. The review of Kang being the one that did everything. The fact that, man, again, what's her name? The fact that female Loki actually kills him because she has to give in to her hatred, and she doesn't trust the original Loki, but he's trying to grow. It's a good story. His friendship with, with the guy that says, wow, that guy, I forgot who his name, but from his friendship with Lightning McQueen. I forget his name, but that guy was really good. Really good. Oh yeah, it's A. Some things that make sense to me, like how the hell these dudes don't get beat up at every turn. Because I was like, when they show them fighting, they're just regular humans, regular human strength, with time warping abilities, but the sticks have to touch you. So I was like, bro, any freaking, like, you would never catch Doctor Strange then. His ass would always get away. I was like, even Cap could take you guys. Like, that. Whatever. The What If. B. Good, not great. Good stories, interesting stories sometimes. Voice acting's sometimes a little iffy. Yeah, not great. I don't remember one, but the stories also don't make sense. I was like, how's it gonna be animated and you're still nerfing motherfuckers? And the powers don't even make sense. They're nerfing them too much and all this crap. It's B. I would still watch the next season though, just to see what they add. Hawkeye. Between B and C. I'm sad to say. I'm gonna say C. I'm just so disappointed again with Hawkeye. And I really wanted to like it. I think Hawkeye's better than Falcon and Winter Soldier, but Hawkeye, I really like Hawkeye. And again, in the show Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, he is so good. Like, his character is so good. He has a relationship with Hulk. It's amazing. It's so good. But I don't like that they barely include him. I don't like that they barely show off his archery skills, which is another thing that really pisses me off about Marvel, and I don't think they're ever gonna get a chance to fix it. That Hawkeye in Avengers 2, in Age of Ultron, she asked, like, him and his wife were talking, and she's like, yeah, sometimes I wonder why they need you. And then I realized that they need you because, you know, you're human, you bring them down to earth, some crap like that. And I was like, what? That's cringe. Shut the hell up. They need him because he is the best marksman in the goddamn world. That is useful, you know? And they never show that. They never show his trick shots. They never show him being creative with his marksmanship. Oh, he's Hawkeye, bro. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about that. I'm so tight about that. Because they didn't show it in the movies. I keep smacking my lips. They didn't show that in the movies. So I thought they would show it in the show as he was training her. And they do it like maybe 1 or 2 times. But that's it. And it's always, I hate the fact that he's always fighting hand to hand. Bro, I never want to see your ass fight hand to hand. You are Hawkeye, bro. Hand to hand is for Steve and Natasha, but not your ass. You all should always be at a distance using your arrows in some sort of creative way. Never. I am so pissed, bro. Little Hawkeye, I don't know what her name is, but she was okay. The relationship is okay. I'm just so disappointed. They did my boy Hawkeye so bad. Echo, I don't know why she's getting a show. I don't care about Echo. Kingpin, they kind of, I don't know, made him cringe with that. The only reason I'm gonna say cringe is not because of the shirt or the fight scene, even though I do think that was like kind of iffy, but it's the fact that this random rich lady, like the mom of Little Hawkeye, was able to trick him. Like, bro, the Kingpin from Daredevil would never let some rich estranged lady get like evidence and get this far into like have so much evidence to be able to put him away. Like, he would have contingencies for this shit. He would be ready. And the fact that he's like angered and just like, oh, like, I didn't expect that. Like, bro, you're Kingpin. The hell? It's crap. But yeah, I didn't like that. I'm just so pissed, bro. The Hawkeye thing really pissed me off, especially because in the show, the animated show, they did it so good. There's one episode in the second season where the Avengers have to. This is a little history for you. The Avengers have to go through this wormhole to fight the Kree and to save their universe, or at least their solar system, whatever, the sun. And to get into this wormhole to the other side of the universe, they have to, and to save the sun, they have to take out these 5 ships, but they have to do it at the same time. So you'd have to like have perfect aim, and they're like, none of us can do it except Hawkeye. And that's why I like that show so much, because it showed consistently throughout its entirety why Hawkeye was on that team. Because yeah, despite being a human, not having any like super soldier serum, not being like particularly the best at hand-to-hand fighting, not having any powers, this guy's marksmanship is off the charts. And that is a useful, very useful ability that they could use. So I'm very pissed that Marvel never got that right. Hawkeye's just always shooting body shots on robots and aliens and shit. I want to see trick arrows. I want to see. So pissed. I'm so pissed. Daredevil's S tier. That there's just no question. Season 1, great. Season 2, very good. Season 3, awesome. Season 1 is perfect, I think. Perfect, yeah. Season 1 is perfect. Season 3 is damn near perfect too. Season 2 is a little slow. Could have been better, but still a much better season 2 than like a lot of the seasons in these shows over here. I just love Daredevil so much. Charlie Cox as Daredevil, great choice. The way they use his powers, great choice. The acting, great. The story, great. Kingpin is top 3 Marvel villains for me. Top 3. Kingpin and Daredevil. I'm actually, you know what? I kind of feel like rewatching it. I'm watching it tonight. Kingpin and Daredevil is top 3 Marvel villains. He is so good. So good. This is the Kingpin I want. Not this crap. This is the Kingpin. This was raw as hell. So, just amazing. Beautiful. I don't know who. I think it's Vincent D'Onofrio, if I'm saying that right. But fantastic job. Fantastic story. Yes, so good. Moon Knight. In between B and A. I'm gonna say B or A. B or A. Let me go back to it. No, you know what? Not a mistake. I'll say B. I'm trying to remember, but I think that's a sign. If I really can't remember Moon Knight, I don't think it's an A. I remember Loki, and I only watched like what time. Moon Knight. I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the bro. Whoever does these Marvel trailers needs to get a bonus because they do a great ass job. I can't account for the trailers, but in the trailers it made it seem like, or at least in the, at least in the first 2 episodes, when it's like the first release date, it made it seem like it was gonna be sort of this Fight Club-esque show where he doesn't know who's in control at any certain point, and things are always happening. It's getting crazy. Like that whole idea of him like losing consciousness and then waking up, and it's like a Fight Club which just broke out, is awesome. And it only really happens in the first 2 episodes. After that, he has to go on this journey with his like girlfriend, try to like save Egypt of the world and stuff like that. It wasn't as good after that, I don't think. But the idea of it in the first episodes, that was really great. That could have been like A-S tier material. But I don't even remember really who the bad guy. Oh, it was I think it was Ethan Hawke. Yeah. I don't know. It didn't hold. I don't think it's bad though. I just don't think it's great or amazing. I just think it's okay. Again, like I wouldn't actively try to rewatch this, but and Oscar Isaac, I think he's really good. Like he's good in everything, but I wasn't feeling it. Ms.Marvel. Okay, now we're getting to the territory of stuff I really haven't seen. I've seen some of Ms.Marvel. Personally, for me, I'm gonna say B, but I've heard it's like around. People say it's here, and I didn't finish the show. I only watched a few episodes, only because this type of show isn't my cup of tea. I think this is really more for kids and stuff like that, with the editing and everything. I'm gonna put it B because that's for me, and I think her whole story and everything. Honestly, I just didn't finish watching it. I couldn't. I don't think it was bad. It just wasn't like my thing. But I've heard it's very good. So, take with it what you will. But this is my list. So you can all suck my ass. Defenders. Kind of want to go see, actually. I can't. B, C. Ah, man, it's... yeah, I'm gonna go C. Okay, C is becoming like the list that was disappointing and didn't live up to its potential. Defenders is a C for me. Only because it could have been so much better than it was. The episode where they finally meet up after they had like that whole huge hallway fight and they're having dinner and they're interacting at that table in the Chinese restaurant, that was a really good scene. That was probably my favorite part of the entire show. After that, I can't tell you what happens. I like the fact that there's like sort of a kind of question of who's better, Daredevil or Iron Fist, between who's a more appropriate Iron Fist, and honestly it seems like Daredevil beats his ass. I like Luke and Jessica's interactions. I like their group fights when they happen in the hallway. Thought that was good. I like that he's trying to hide his identity. And I think they, at least these three do their part for their role very well. But other than that, this guy's bad. This guy's a bad actor, bro. He's not good. Respectfully. I know you're trying, bro. But yeah, this didn't live up to its potential. I would rewatch this. I only like it for Daredevil. Iron Fist dog shit. It's just bad. I wouldn't watch it. His acting, I hear it's better in the second season, but I'm not gonna watch that shit. His acting is bad, bro. He's not a good Iron Fist. I'm disappointed too, because I like Iron Fist. Again, in the cartoons, bro, Iron Fist is really good. Luke Cage, also C. I don't think it's B. Himself and his story, I think it's in Harlem, right? Or is this no, this is Hell's Kitchen. I think this is Harlem. Is that New York? I don't know. But his story, about defending his neighborhood and being interacting, and then the bulletproof stuff, all that's good. But the villains for his story are so cringe, bro. Like, I was like, dude, there's no one or no weapon. He's just nerfing. It's just not as good as it could have been. Like, the conflict in the story isn't that believable to me. It didn't really make me feel starting for him. Jessica Jones is might be A. The first season's very good. I didn't finish watching the second season. I think Jessica Jones is better than Moon Knight. Yes, I'm gonna say A. Jessica, I think these two were the better shows from the Netflix series. Jessica Jones in that first season is a very good. It's a very good season with. Oh man, what's his name? The Purple Man, whatever. The guy that kills you with his voice. That whole first season, and then like her trauma from that, the way she's kind of like a hard ass, but you could kind of like see where she's coming from because she's dealt with a lot of bad stuff. It's a good first season. I hear the second season is also good. I didn't start watching it, but yeah. Based on those pieces of information, I'm gonna say it's A tier. Okay, next one, She-Hulk, dog shit. It's cringe. It's bad. It's cringe and it's bad. The acting is bad. The stories are stupid. The dialogue's stupid. It's all very cringy. No. I am agree. This type of crap is honestly. I didn't watch these, so we're just gonna random guess it. C. Legends. C. I'm gonna just put them on C. I honestly don't know. The Guardians of the Galaxy, the special. This is B. I saw this. It's like okay. Again, it's like I could probably put this in the background. This would be in someone else's background, and no one would be watching this. This is a B. I would say it's a B. It's good, not great. It's a little fun. It's a fun little story, Christmas story. It's okay. Werewolf. This one's A. I saw this. It's like a short film. The good acting. I like the monsters side of the Marvel Universe. That was really cool with the werewolf and stuff like that. It looked like special effects. I like that it was in black and white. Yeah, it was good. I wish they would have explored the lore more, but it was good. Yeah, not S. Higher than these for sure. It was good. It's experimental. It was good. I like that. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, Punisher. Last one. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say B. I just think it's a good show. It's not like good or great. It's not amazing. It's these. Actually, I'll put it out here because I think it's on par with Jessica. Same kind of vibes, but definitely a league under Daredevil. Okay, here we go. Now these ones. I'm gonna do Spider-Man's. Again. Stop playing with me. Spider-Man, the first one, I'm gonna say. It's just. I don't want to give them points simply based on their. Like how iconic they were. It's about how I feel. I feel like this is C. I feel like this is C, which is sad because I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man the best. Even though he wasn't as Petery as the other ones, I think he had the potential to be the best one. Like he has the figure for it. He definitely has. He can act it for sure. Disappointed what they did to my boy Andrew. This one is C. And Spider-Man is B. Yeah, I think we got it. Here we go. Yeah, these are lit. This is my list. I don't know what you guys think, but that's a pretty good list, I feel. Hot takes. These are my hot takes, yeah. These are all. This is my list. This is my my list for if you guys agree, let me know. If you don't, then yeah, let me know. But yeah, thanks guys for watching.